Welcome to Mickey Doc, written and read by Fintan Harvey.
Mickey Doc, Chapter 8. I couldn't sleep a wink last night. I have far too much going on in my head and I'm not used to it. There was a time that my thoughts used to get lonely on their own. Now there's too much going on. My English teacher used to say that although I was at high school, my brain never made it out of the maternity ward. He'll be one of a long list of people beating their words when I won the X Factor. It's Wednesday morning and I need to get packing. The X Factor told me that I have to wear the same clothes and have my hair the same way as I did for the first edition because they mixed the recordings for the 2 days. They said to do this because they want to create the illusion that it was all filmed in the one day and that the main judges, Simon and co, were there all along. Mandy had to explain this to me 4 times in the plane, and to be honest, I still don't really get it, but I'll just do as they say. She said it was something about continuity. I don't think that's even a word, but I didn't have the heart to tell her. I didn't bother texting Stevie back about Dickie's wallet gone missing because I know they're blaming her. What sort of a boyfriend would I be if I let that happen, even though I'm not really her boyfriend? I just need to keep looking forwards. Mandy is packed and ready to go. She told me to come and get her in the spare room when I've told my parents that we're leaving because she says she's not in the mood to be listening to bullshit this morning. My ma and I are both in the kitchen, so after I get packed I go down to tell them I'm going back to England early. I take a deep breath outside the door, then go into the kitchen. My ma's making sausages and I'm wondering if I should wait until I've eaten them before I tell her. Then I see the dog in the corner with a smug look on its face, and I remember there's probably none for me anyway, so I give them Mutt a dirty look. My ma turns around when she realises I'm there. She seems really cheery. Ah, there you are now. Must have been the smell of sausages that got you up, was it, love? I prefer bacon. That's a lie. I love sausages, but I'm still annoyed with her for being a fucking bitch. I grab the newspaper from the table to check if there's anything about me and the X Factor in it yet. I should really have rang them, given them the story and pretend to be a friend. That's what the really famous people do. They'll definitely report it when I get through to the next round. Then, as I'm scanning through who was up in court and Derry section, my dad grabs the paper out of my hands. It's time for me to go for a drop of load, son, but I can't do that without the paper to read. Hey, I was reading that. Tough shit. Then him and my ma start laughing as he slaps her in the arse. I can see the ripples of fat move through her leggings like one of those big waves. Tiramisu? He kisses her in the cheek too, the dirty fucker. Then she waves a sausage at him, like seductively, if that's the right word. Now I know why she's smiling today. That's when I lose my head. You could both fuck off. I'm packing on my job today, then going to England with Mandy forever. You two can live happily ever after. And don't think you can come running to me when I'm famous either. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. My face is bright red like it's about to explode. I slam the kitchen door really hard, then I open it again. My parents are standing open mouthed. I point at the dog and shout, and you can fuck off too! Me and Mandy are sitting in Cappuccino's cafe in Fall Street after getting a bus into town. My ma tried to talk me out of it, but I just ignored her. My dad just went ahead and had his morning shit. I can hear him whistling away in the bathroom like he owned the place. We have our luggage with us, and the plan is to have some breakfast, then go to Valuesaver to tell him I'm leaving, then hit the airport. It's 11 a.m. in the morning now, and our flight isn't until 3 p.m, so we have plenty of time. I ordered the all-day breakfast, then called the waitress back to tell her I'll have extra bacon instead of sausages. I think I've been put off them for life. Mandy orders tea and toast. She seems restless. How long will it take for you to do what you have to do and value whatever the fuck you call it? 5 minutes for do me. I can't fucking wait. I've been dreaming of this day for years. I love having you here with me for it. You're a dick. I think I've seen a little bit of a smile though. Either that or a frown. It's hard to tell with her sometimes. She's got her phone out again, texting like mad, so I try to start some intelligent conversation. Do you know the difference between an Ulster fry and an Irish fry? Nope. An Ulster fry doesn't have any beans in it. No, hold on a minute. An Irish fry has. And there's something about bacon fat too, but I can't remember. But they're different. Stevie told me about it when we were in Bundoran. What am I to take from this attempted information? Beans? She shakes her head, then stares at the table for about 10 seconds. Where the fuck's Bundone? It's in Donegal, which is also in Ulster, but they serve Irish fries. That was just one of the times I got Stevie on a technicality. I'm not sure about English fry though. We'll have to check when we're over. I'm thinking how this is probably her first time seeing my smart side when she suddenly burst my bubble. Jesus, Mickey, you don't half talk crap. That's what I do when I'm excited. I noticed. If I decide to sleep with you again, don't be talking shite while we're doing it this time. I told you, when I get excited I can't shut up. It's a bit off-putting when you're talking about your mother's dog when we're having sex. I thought it was kind of weird. You're into some mixed up shit, man. Was I? Fuck. I'm not into animals like that, you know. Whatever. Then she holds up her fingers with a thumb in an L shape. Basically she's calling me a loser, which of course I'm not. Then I get the district feeling that we're being watched. Before I turn around, I know who it is. I can even smell her perfume. It's Paco Rabanne, Lady Million. It's not Paco Rabanne watching us, by the way. What the fuck would he be doing cappuccinos? It's definitely my stalker, Laura Dillon. She's sitting at a table behind Mandy and she's just staring at me. I look over Mandy's shoulder and catch her eye. She doesn't even flinch. She just stares at me and she still seems sad. This goes on for 5 minutes. Even though Mandy hasn't taken her eyes off her fucking phone all morning, she still catches on what I'm doing. What the fuck are you looking at? Nothing. Just keeping an eye for her breakfast. I'm fucking starving. I can't wait for my fry. Are you looking forward to your toast? Shit, I talk a lot when I'm nervous too. I just can't stop myself. Are you going to have marmalade with your toast? Or maybe some jam? What the fuck's the difference anyway? I must ask the waitress when she comes down. Maybe it's like the Ulster fry and Irish fry? I can't help but glance over at Laura Dillon when I'm talking. She's still staring. Fuck, I don't want the two of them to meet. Laura could say anything, and there's a possibility Mandy could kill her. I keep rambling on though. You know they call it jelly in America. How fucked up is that? They call the stuff you have in ice cream jello. I'm not sure I'd want to go there. I'd probably have jelly on my toast and jam on my ice cream. I can feel sweat in my brow as Mandy glances over her shoulder. Who's that girl you keep looking at? Nobody. I'm not looking at her. Who? What? The girl sitting behind me who you keep looking at like an idiot. Who is she? Oh, no, well, she's kind of my stalker. Your stalker? Aye, my stalker. Your fucking stalker? Well, not in a bad way, like, she just kind of follows me around and stuff. She says she watches out for me, which is kind of nice, really, when you think about it. Did you sleep with her? No, of course not. She just kind of hangs around everywhere I go. I'm going to have a word with her. Mandy gets up. She has that same look on her face she had last night in the metro, like psycho angry. I get up to ask her to stop. Mandy, don't, please. She leans over the table right under my face, causing me to fall back on my arse and onto the chair. She has that crazy look in her eye and she's talking through gritted teeth. Listen, I'm going to have a fucking word with that girl, right? Now, if you don't get off that fucking seat, then I'm going back home on my own, got it? I just nod like a fool and put my head down. I can't bear to watch because it's going to be a slaughter. Mandy walks over to the table, cool as fuck, kind of like a tiger stalking its prey. A sexy as fuck tiger at that. Again, I'm not on the animals, just to be clear. She stands over Laura for a few minutes, just looking down at her. Then she pulls up a chair and sits down across from her. There's no screaming or shouting or hair pulling, but Mandy seems to be the one doing all the talking, although I can't hear what's being said. After a few minutes, Laura gets up and walks out. She doesn't even look at me when she passes, but I can see a trickle of tears running down her cheek. Mandy returns. How long was she stalking you? A few years. A few years, and I sorted her out for you in a few minutes. How the fuck did you ever do without me, Mickey? I forced myself to smile. I really don't know. We arrive at Valuesaver and Mandy has a stuck-up head on her, like she's too good for the place or something. So this is where you work? Well, aye, but in a few minutes it'll be the place that I used to work. And you had to wear that uniform? Aye, but I wore the collar up. Totally changes the look of it. I always wanted to go out with a man in a uniform, but this isn't really what I had in mind. When we're rich and famous, I can buy any uniform you want me to wear, baby. She's definitely smiling this time. Don't call me baby, you dick. We've just walked on the Valuesaver, and for the first time ever I start to doubt my decision. Fuck, it must be my mum and dad putting these thoughts in my head. There's no way I can win the X Factor if I think I'm going to lose before it gets properly started. Then I see a customer at Jenny's till. I better not let Mandy know I used to fancy Jenny, or she'll have her leaving in tears too. Which reminds me of why I need to get out of this fucking place for good. She's about 60 years old and seems like a right moaning old fucker. She has one of those annoying, shaky old people voices. Your spuds are wild dear, love. Are they? Aye, I'll just pass that on to one of the managers. Jenny just keeps scanning items through. She has that dead look in her eye that you get when you've worked in retail for too long. It's not just the spuds are wild deer either. Everything's got wild deer. Have they? Aye. You know you can get 2 of those things of bleach up in B&M for less than 1 of them in here. Right, now that's 1867 please. The woman shakes her head as she pays for her groceries. And another thing, I bought a chicken in here last week and it was out of date. Oh God, that's not good. You should have brought it back. I have it here. Suddenly the woman reaches under her granny trolley and pulls out a massive raw chicken, which is turned a funny shade of blue and stinks like fuck, then leaves it in a till and walks out. Jenny runs to the bathroom, holding her hand over her mouth. Thank fuck I'm not working or I'd be the one cleaning it up. Mandy is just walking around, holding up items like they're trash, then turning up her nose and throwing them back in the shelf. You would nearly think I brought her into a fucking food bank. I asked Mandy if she wants to come with me to hand in my resignation, but she says she'd rather check out the rest of the dump. I would have liked to have shown her off to Barry though. Then I see him. He's standing in front of the frozen food section with a clipboard in his hand and I can feel my muscles tighten. I always get tense when I see him. Maybe that's how I get such a great physique. It's the oversized suit and it's that stupid moustache and a rat face that gets me every time. One time I almost passed out in the canteen because I spent the entire lunch break sitting across from him. The first aider had to get me to breathe on a brown paper bag. From then on I had to go on a different lunch break from him. I pulled the resignation letter out of my back pocket and unfolded. Then I walk up and just hand it to him. I don't even say hello or anything. He just looks at me and then looks at the letter. I noticed I spilled some beans on it when I wrote it in the cafe. He unfolds it, then reads it out loud. His stupid glasses are in the edge of his nose. He starts reading in the voice of a 5-year-old. Dear Valuesaver, I want like hand in my resignation. Fuck, I should have got Mandy to check it first. I have worked here for far too long and I want to go now that I'm going to be a star. I would like to thank everybody for helping me along the way except Barry Templeton. He actually smiles at that part. He has been nothing but a dick from day one. I'm just standing nodding and listening. Barry stops and looks at me. There's more, you know. Keep reading. He continues reading. P.S. You should definitely sack him because he's a dick. Then I'll look him straight in the eye and deliver my final line. Now I'm walking out the door and I'm not coming back. I turn around and walk off. That had to have been one of the best resignations ever. But then Dickface says something. I don't give him the satisfaction. I turn around to look at him. You do realise, Michael, that you're contractually obliged to give us at least 2 weeks' notice. But since you're nothing but a useless, lazy distraction when you're here, I will accept the resignation as of now. I don't say anything or turn around. I just put up my middle finger and walk out the door, holding my finger up the whole way. Mandy is standing outside on her phone. She says the smell in there is revolting. We arrive in Manchester Airport at 3:30 p.m. and I get a message. It's from my wee cousin, George, the priest boy. Good afternoon, Michael. I've heard you're on your way back to Manchester for your second edition. I would like to wish you the very best of luck from me and the rest of the parishioners. Just remember, Michael, the story of the prodigal son, Luke 15:11-32. You will always be welcomed back into open arms. That kid has some serious issues that even the great Jeremy Kyle himself couldn't sort out. I just text back, you need to get laid. Then I remember he's only 10 years old and I could be charged with grooming or some shit, so I text back, I meant to write, you need to get more laid back. It's just lucky that I can think on my feet. Mandy is on her phone to somebody and I'm left just looking after her bags. I'd go look in the shops and maybe buy Mandy a gift, but I really need to watch the wee bit of money that I have. I buy 2 pre-packed sandwiches in case we get hungry on the way to the house we're staying in. There's so many different types of people and different languages here. Like, apart from the main countries where they speak English, there must be like loads and loads of other ones. Countries I wouldn't even have heard of. Mandy seems to be flat out on the phone. Every time she hangs up one call, she dials another. I decide to use this time to educate myself. It's something I want to do from now on. I don't want to be doing interviews and not being able to give educational answers. So I Google, how many countries are there on Earth? The internet is pretty slow here, but must be loads of people using it. Should I have asked, how many countries are there in Earth or on Earth? Google, the smart fucker, asked me that I mean, how many countries are there on Earth? Which means that is the right way of saying it. Turns out there are 195 countries on Earth. I thought there'd be about 20 or 30. 195? Fucking hell. I open up a list of countries and there's no way the half of them are real. They have a country called Guam. That's not even a word, just a noise. And a place called Chad. There's even a country called Iceland, like the frozen food shop. This has to be made up. See, that's the thing about learning stuff on the internet. You never know what's real and what's a load of shite. Mandy finally gets off her phone and comes over to me. She says that she's arranged that we stay with friends of hers and that they live a few miles away from the airport. She just lets me carry her bags as well as my own and tells me to follow her to the bus stop. Then she says, fuck it, we'll get a taxi. We're in the taxi for about 15 minutes and of course Mandy has her head stuck in her phone. There's something I'll have to talk to her about when we're a proper couple. Actually, that's a lie. I know I won't say anything to her because she'll just tell me to fuck off. Then we arrive in an estate. I'm not talking a fancy country estate with wild deer running about. I'm talking a proper estate like in Shameless with wild dogs and wild children running about. Jesus, I thought Shantala was bad. This place would make it look like somewhere the Queen would live. Actually, there isn't a hope the Queen would be allowed to live in Shantala, but you get what I'm saying. We pull up outside a house that has all the curtains pulled and it's still light out. Mandy hops out of the taxi, leaving me to pay and carry her bags. She does a really big long stretch and I swear to God my jeans are getting tighter. There's no doubt about it. She is unbelievably gorgeous. What the fuck are you staring at with your gob hanging open? You look retarded. Fuck, I didn't even realise I was staring. I just look about me. The front garden looks like it hasn't seen a lawnmower in a while and I'm kinda afraid that something might jump out of the grass, to be honest, like a fucking horse or something. Mandy looks around at me and she can obviously see that I'm a bit shocked. Look, you don't be a fucking dick in here tonight and embarrass me in front of my friends, right? Not everybody gets to live with the mum and dad and get waited on hand and foot. Alex and Colin are good friends of mine and always been there for me. Right away I'm wondering if Alex is a girl or a boy, because it's one of those names can be used either way. I hope it's a girl and they're both hot. Jesus Christ, my mind is running away with me. I don't even notice at this stage that the front door is open and there's a man with a beard standing. Fuck, it's a bloke. Then the realisation hits me that I said that out loud. The bearded man speaks. Yeah man, I'm a bloke or what? The name's Alex. He puts out his hand to shake it as I'm going in for a fist bump. He just takes away his hand and hugs Mandy and I can hear him whisper to her. Is he alright? The house isn't half as bad as I thought it was going to be inside. Actually, it's pretty fucking sweet. They have one of those big leather sofas that goes round in an L shape and a fucking massive flat screen TV hanging from the wall. Plus the place is really clean. Then a girl comes running down the stairs. Her and Mandy hug and then do a kind of like a cool handshake slap kind of a thing. The girl looks really tough. She's wearing a vest and she has muscles like a man, really toned, and she has a few tattoos. I still would though. This must be fucking Mickey Kid then. I put out my hand, making sure to shake this time and not fist bump. The one and only. She shakes my hand and I swear to God, I almost let out a scream because of how tight she squeezes. So, you guys just make yourself at home, right? And stay as long as you fucking need. Mandy tells me to follow her to the spare room with her bags. The spare room is pretty big and there's a big double bed, which is the main thing. It's going to see some action tonight and I'm fairly sure. There's a TV on top of the chest of drawers at the end of the room, which Mandy switches on, then throws the remote in the bed. Do you want to get washed up or anything, Mickey? Why, do I smell? No, you don't fucking smell. I'm just asking, do you want to get washed up and maybe hang up the clothes in the wardrobe and then pack the rest in the chest of drawers? Aye, if you want, like. She moves over to me and puts her arms around me, pressing her boobs against my body. Then she starts kissing me on the lips. I'm thinking, yes, Mickey is getting some serious horizontal action. Then she pulls away. I need to go downstairs and chat to Can and Alex for a while about some things. You just stay here for a while, wait for me. The remote is on the bed. We'll just finish off where we started then. I'm still standing in the same position I was when I was kissing her, with my lips still pressed when she walks out of the door. I flick on Hollyoaks, then I decide I'm going to have to release some of this tension in my pants before she comes back up, if you know what I mean. I'm going to spank my monkey is what I mean. Again, I'm not into animals in that way. My monkey is my penis.